days of deliberations, the jury now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs.
They did ballistic tests and Puff had gunpowder on him. Why didn't the police go through with charging him?
Latanya Rubin has not begun to see reparations for what happened to her life. How did NBC get to profit off of it?
What if everything we thought we knew about J.Lo was a lie? A glamorous red carpet, million-dollar smiles, and designer gowns. But behind the scenes, whispers say she was part of a deadly cover-up involving Diddy, a nightclub shooting, and a young woman shot in the face. And now, decades later, the truth is clawing its way back to the surface. New explosive testimony from the trial has dragged Jennifer Lopez right back into the scandal. And this time, she might not walk away. A judge just ordered new arrests. So why is J.Lo suddenly off the radar again? What if J.Lo's glamorous image was hiding a criminal secret? Explosive new revelations from the Diddy trial are dragging her back into a scandal she's avoided for over 20 years. It all started with a 1999 nightclub shooting that left a woman shot in the face, and a gun found in the SUV carrying Diddy and Lopez. Shine took the fall. He went to prison. They walked. But new testimony suggests it may have all been a cover-up. Witnesses are speaking out, arrests are being ordered, and J.Lo, she's suddenly vanished.
How can you be sure that it was actually P. Diddy?
Because I watched I was standing by the front door. I watched the entire thing out. I had no reason to believe that it would escalate to a shooting. It was just male machismo and bravado at first. A lot of pushing and shoving, raised voices, hands. But then I saw them reach in their waist and draw from their hip. And I knew. I instantly turned to my friends and told them, be careful, watch out. And when I turned back, I know, and I've said over and over, I've heard the voice of God said, you are about to be hit. Calm down. And as I said no, I looked straight forward ahead and I watched the muzzle flash from both of their guns and I felt the impact to my face instantly.
December 27th, 1999, Club New York. A fight broke out, then gunfire. 3 people were injured, including 19-year-old Latanya Rubin, who says Diddy shot her. Witnesses described chaos. Diddy and J.Lo fled in a black SUV, which was later found with a loaded gun inside. Everyone was detained, except J.Lo, who simply told cops she was going home. Shine took the blame and did nearly a decade behind bars. Diddy and Lopez walked free. Case closed. Until now.
Days of deliberations, the jury now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs. This afternoon, jurors sent the judge 2 notes, one of which asked for a transcript of a phone message Combs left Wardell Fenderson, once his driver, now the prosecution's star witness. During the trial, Fenderson testified that Combs was armed the night of the shooting at Club New York, and later pressured him to claim ownership of a pistol police found when they pulled over Combs' Lincoln Navigator as it fled the shooting.
And I just want to make you feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Make your family feel comfortable.
What exactly Combs meant by that is in dispute, but the prosecution claims the rapper offered Fenderson $50,000 or a diamond ring to take the rap for the gun. The jurors also wanted to hear a readback of testimony relating to Combs' former girlfriend, actress-singer Jennifer Lopez, who was in the Navigator when it was stopped by police. An officer testified that everyone in the SUV was ordered to put their hands on the vehicle, but Lopez walked away, saying she was going home. As she was being detained, a gun was discovered in the vehicle. At that point, a sergeant on the scene ordered everyone who was in the vehicle under arrest. The officer quotes Lopez as saying, "It's not my gun."
They are floating issues that are old.
J.Lo has always claimed she was just a scared girlfriend, but details say otherwise. While police ordered everyone out of the SUV, she walked away. A gun was found. No one claimed it. Her charges were dropped quietly. Now, new witnesses say she may have helped cover it all up. Some allege she and Diddy plotted to frame Shine. One source even claims legal moves were used to keep her from testifying. The pop star image? Suddenly not so spotless.
Jaguar Wright told us that J.Lo is going to be investigated with Diddy. Jaguar Wright said that Diddy and J.Lo are both going to be investigated for the 1999 nightclub shooting where the victim said that Diddy pow-powed her in the face.
What really happened with J.Lo, Shine, and Diddy, it became an episode for Law & Order SVU. A lot of money was made off of that. And guess what happened in the end of that episode? When they finally tracked down the starlet, who they were hiding from everyone, so she never had to testify, the male rapper took the charge. So the case was closed, and that's when she finally admitted that it was her that did the pow-powing. Ice-T knows a lot of people from that time, and he used to frequent at that club. He would have known all of the real details of everything that happened that night. Natanya Rubin has not begun to see reparations for what happened to her life. How did NBC get to profit off of it?
For years, it was Shine's word against silence. Now, silence is breaking. In court, Diddy's ex Cassie and others have described abuse, manipulation, and control. One woman claims Diddy dangled her off a balcony. Prosecutors say this shows a long pattern of violence and cover-ups, and it's pushing them to revisit 1999, where Natanya Rubin still insists it was Diddy who pulled the trigger. Her voice, once ignored, is now impossible to dismiss, and J.Lo is back in the crosshairs.
To the Sean Diddy Combs trial, a new testimony from a woman who alleges Combs dangled her over a 17th floor balcony. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is at the courthouse with more. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to you, Rebecca. An alleged sex victim is expected to testify here today that Sean Combs used lies, drugs, and threats to force her into freak-offs. After the jury hears more from a different woman who claims Combs hoisted her over that balcony. This morning, a critical witness for the prosecution, a woman testifying under the pseudonym Jane, who prosecutors say began a secret relationship with Sean Combs in 2020 and spent years in hotel rooms for forced sex. Jane's testimony will follow the cross-examination of Brianna Bongolan, known as Bonna, who described years of use with her friend Cassie Ventura. And she testified Ventura FaceTimed her before the premiere of her movie The Perfect Match.
I want to try something new.
What did you see? Prosecutors asked. Her black eye, Bongolan said. I was a little quiet, and I remember saying, I'm sorry. Bongolan testified Combs once hoisted her over this balcony after barging into Ventura's apartment on the 17th floor. For a split second, I was thinking about if I was going to fall. She said Combs kept yelling at her, you know what the expletive you did, before throwing her onto this furniture, leaving bruises. Combs denied it happened, and the defense challenged her account. Isn't it true you told the government just 2 days ago you couldn't recall the details of what happened on the balcony, a defense attorney asked? Bongolan replied, I don't remember.
A woman named Brianna testified, right, that Diddy held her over a balcony. Tell me about that.
Object. That did not even make it in the courtroom, bro. They objected to that you know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, for whatever legal thing, it was a lawsuit that was civil, that was going on. And they could not bring that into court.
Just as Diddy's empire unravels, J.Lo disappears. No press, no posts, no public appearances. Insiders say she's staying quiet to dodge deeper involvement. Rumors swirl. Private tapes seized from Diddy's raids show her. Or maybe she and Diddy married back then to protect her legally. Even Ben Affleck is rumored to have seen something that rocked their marriage. Whether it's guilt, fear, or something darker, J.Lo's silence is only making things louder.
They go raid Puffy's house, and they get all these videos of J.Lo doing this and J.Lo doing that.
In about 99-2000, Death Row started to announce that they were going to put out a Jennifer Lopez adult tape. Can you tell me about how you guys obtained it, what it was, and why it never came out?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a story. So, there's definitely a tape out there. Definitely.
Some believe Diddy's had dirt on J.Lo for years. Tapes, secrets, leverage. Others think their relationship was more survival than romance. Maybe even a secret marriage to avoid testimony. Death Row insiders once claimed they had a tape of J.Lo that vanished. Protected? Blackmailed? Either way, her image is cracking. Every man she's been with walked away, except Diddy, who still calls her the one that got away. Maybe because they're tied by a secret that could destroy them both.
J.Lo is just, I don't know. Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up.
Now,
How How is that the only man in her life that had regrets about their relationship and everybody else ran for the hills? Like, it's not nobody noticing that. That everybody else that's left her, oh, she was too this, she was this, she was that. But Diddy said she was perfect.
While celebrities flourished, Natanya Rubin lived with a bullet in her face. She says Diddy shot her, and she never forgot it. For years, she watched from the shadows as Shine took the fall and the rich got richer. Now, with new charges and J.Lo's name resurfacing, she wants the case reopened. Because if the truth was buried, she paid the price. And she's done staying silent.
Having been shot by someone that was allowed to come into the gun when I couldn't bring in a phone, I would absolutely unequivocally like the case reopened. It needs to be reopened. And the saddest part for me is, had people taken what I said more seriously and listened more intently, 24 years worth of people probably would not have had to suffer.
Oh, well, why would he shoot you? What did you do? Did you owe him money? And I'm like, class, pay attention. Bullets don't have names and they don't have predetermined destinations. Once they come out of the gun, they're gonna go wherever they go. And that's the thing about crime and shooting people. You cannot guarantee that what you're aiming at is what you're gonna hit, because you might be a thug, but it doesn't mean you have good aim.
As more disturbing claims surface about Diddy, prosecutors are turning their focus to Jennifer Lopez. The 1999 shooting is back under investigation, and a judge has already ordered new arrests. If evidence proves J.Lo helped cover it up, she might not walk free this time. For years, she played the pop princess. But with old secrets resurfacing, the real question is, will she finally face the truth? Or disappear behind fame once again? Is J.Lo hiding something, or just caught in Diddy's downfall? Let us know. This story isn't over.